clear it on the dotted line. Let Philadelphia freedom ring and patriotic voices sing. Red, white, and blue, never give up. You represent America.
Hoping and praying for a brighter day. I listen to my heart and I obey. How can I see it any other way? I'm looking at life with my own eyes.
4 days before Halloween, Tori, Ethan, Gabriel, and Spencer decided to prank Andy by going into his computer and clicking into a scary video. They all were waiting outside when Andy turned on his computer, but Andy saw something that wasn't what he was watching last night. Bloody hell, Andy, laughed Ethan. Holy crap, Andy. I never knew you were that scared, added Tori. What the actual f***? You scared me the other day when I was shunting cars for Danny, Logan, and Megan, said Andy. Anyways, the controller will be here to assign you jobs, interrupted Ty. The controller came. He said that in a week it would be Halloween. Ty and Manuel helped pick up the Halloween decorations to the sheds. Easy job. I'ma go rest and watch some videos, said Manuel. The computer showed that same video where it scared Andy. Manuel was pissed. Who the bloody hell did this? Questioned Ty. Danny was the one who did it. He didn't get into trouble, so Manuel and Ty rested as the day passes. During that, Ethan and Akshak were switching freight cars in Blue Sky. What do we do now? Asked Akshak. I don't know. Just head back to the yards, answered Ethan. And that's what they just did. They headed back to the sheds. But as Ethan and Akshak were heading near to the sheds, Ethan saw 2 flat cars with general goods on the line. Oh! No! What? They tried to stop, but they eventually hit it, and pumpkins splattered everywhere on Ethan. Akshak was okay. God fucking damn it! Who the fuck did it? Said Ethan in a rage. Ethan realized it was Danny, so he decided to pay him back. The next day, as Danny was shunting in the yards, Ethan saw him. He was getting ready along with Spencer and Ty to biff into Danny. Andy, Tori, Trina, Nicole, Paulo, Kendall, and James were in the yards. I'm ready, said Ethan. Well, have fun getting into trouble, added Ty. So Ethan shot forward, smashing into Danny and Tara and Haley's train. 3 cars derailed and some skidded part of the yard. Part of the yard was a huge mess. But Ethan saw those cars were the other railways' Halloween decorations. Jesus, what the hell was that for? Said Haley angrily. God damn it, you ruined our train, replied Tana.
Holy shit. Look at that.
Added Trina. Oh crap, I'm in so much trouble, said Ethan in trouble. See, I told you you would get in trouble, replied Ty. A different controller came. He wasn't happy. Ethan, how did you end up with this? Asked the different controller. Well, you see, it started out with scaring Andy. Then Danny decided to put 2 cars on the main line, so I had to pay him back, answered Ethan. Mr. Sikowitz came to see the mess. He wasn't happy too. Ethan, Danny mostly caused trouble on this railway, so it wasn't your fault. Some other engines told me it was mostly Danny. It started out as I was opening my computer and saw a scary video, added Andy. Yes, it was my fault for starting all of this, replied Ethan. Well, at least I know the truth now, said Mr. Sikowitz. Ethan, Ty, and Danny were sent to the repair shop where they were repaired. Sorry, Danny, for causing trouble, apologized Ethan. Forget it. He caused trouble when we were at that other railway, added Ty. Few days later, a few engines were repainted for Halloween. Andy was a Union Pacific SD40-2. Manuel was painted into a Conrail paint scheme. Tori was painted into a Canadian Pacific engine. Andre was painted into a Metroliner. Paulo was a New York Central F7A. Ty is painted to a Union Pacific paint scheme. Freddie was painted into a BNSF-9, and Zoe was a Santa Fe SD40-2. I'll rather be a Santa Fe engine at this point, groaned Andy. Same, agreed Ty. You two and Ethan are going to take empty coal cars to the desert, said the controller. Okay, replied Andy. The 3 took an empty coal train to the desert. Later, they passed Manuel and Freddie waiting for them to pass. They arrived at the yards and headed back to the sheds. They met up with Andre, Tori, Zoe, Lola, Dustin, Logan, Sinjin, Robbie, Spencer, Gibby, and Carly. Ah, yes. It's a nice day, isn't it? Said Ethan peacefully. Yeah, we finished our jobs already, added Dustin. Cool, replied Andy. The next day, it was Halloween and the engines were at the sheds. Tori and Andre were asked to pick up passengers to bring to the sheds for the Halloween party. The party was fun, and Joshua, Jorge, Isaiah, and the others were invited. "Hey dude, it's been so long," said Joshua. "Hell yeah," replied Andy. "Boy, this party is hella fun," said Ethan excitedly. "Yeah, remember when it all started out with pranking Andy and turned into a prank war?" Ty interrupted. "Ha ha ha," laughed Joshua. "Oh yeah," added Andy. The Halloween party was over and the engines were tired. It was nearly midnight. They had a fun Halloween party.